Good evening, everyone. We are live on a Monday, and we have some breaking news for you tonight. I'm here with the beautiful Mandy Robinson. I think I look this way, the way it's going to come up on the screen. Mandy's our spokesperson for Flashpoint, and she's been on an incredible life journey that led her to find me standing in the Grand Canyon, which led her to Flashpoint, which, Mandy, you immersed yourself in, but you have over 20 years of immersion prior to meeting me in Flashpoint. And today is an incredible day, and I want to highlight this day, and I want to highlight you. This is worth celebrating. And you know what? There's just so many layers in your story. You are a distinguished Toastmaster, a published poet, an empowerment coach, a legacy ghostwriter. You work with women. You empower everybody that you touch, that everybody that comes into your circle.
Yes, that's what I'm told. Even people I don't even know. I was on the street a few weeks ago. It might have been a couple of months actually, and I couldn't really stop to engage these people, but they were having a conversation. Two women were having a conversation, and everyone's got masks on still up here in Canada, so I don't think I would have even recognized them with the masks on. But they were talking about me right there on the high street. And the one said to the other one, have you met her? And I'm catching, did you meet her? Not realizing it was me. It's I'm picking up the conversation because I don't miss much. I can tune into so much and pick up word for word. So she says, have you met her? And the other one says, oh, she's an angel. She said, oh, she's such an amazing person. She always leaves you feeling good. And I'm smiling as I'm going by because I'm hearing the conversation and I'm smiling, not realizing it's about me. And she says, oh, wait till you meet Mandy in person. I was like, are you kidding me? And it just, people will come up to me. Literally, when I was at work, I'm in a grocery store. It doesn't matter where I am. And I can't go incognito anymore as Coburg's town crier. My voice apparently gives me away. And I was in a grocery store just the other day and picking up some bread. This lady's ahead of me. I say, go ahead of me. And she says, oh, we're not doing a town crying event today. I said, no, not today. She says, we miss you, you know. I said, I know, we'll get back to it. I hadn't got a clue who she was. So yeah, it's humbling though, because yes, I've got the skills. Yes, I've been immersed in this for over 20 years and I live it, eat it, breathe it, live it and give it out.
You do.
But it's been given to me. It's aligned with me there down to here. And I'm being used to make a difference in people's lives. And it doesn't matter whether I smile at somebody or talk to them or help them or coach them. It's not even about that. Just to know, and I've got goosebumps saying this, just to know that I've made someone smile from in here out. And I've raised their levels. And it might only be for a few seconds. It might be unending. We never know. The point is, we never know that what we say and do and how we say and do it, where it's going to land, on whose ears and heart it's going to fall, and the difference we're going to make.
Well, let's jump into your story because
okay.
Let's talk about today.
Today is a prime example, as I was just telling you earlier. Albert Einstein said that based on energy frequencies, and the world knows about Albert Einstein. I absolutely love him as much as you do, and Vincent van Gogh. And he's all about energy frequencies. And Einstein actually said that nothing moves until something changes. So what are we talking about here? We're talking about our mindset, and removing limiting beliefs and raising our energies to higher frequencies. So, for example, you might be saying to yourself, oh, I've been trying for years to lose weight, or I don't like the vicinity I live in, or I'm very irritated by that neighbor's dog that keeps barking. And the more we focus on that, the more negative energy we're giving to it. And so in return, via the law of attraction, which is a universal energy frequency, we are bringing more of it to ourselves. So until that changes, nothing in here is going to move to make us progress or to help us to progress. So when we're in a situation like that and something doesn't feel good, we should ask ourselves, or we could ask ourselves, what's my next thought? What can I do to feel better? And think about something. Maybe it's a sunset that you've just seen, or a sunrise. Maybe you've just witnessed the birth of a baby, or you've seen this incredible flower on the end of a cactus that you've never seen before, right? And you can feel it just speaking about it. The energy level rises. So anyway, talk about what just happened today. So I had decided quite a while ago to change my vibration where my work was concerned. And I love to write. I'm a published poet. I'm a published photographer. I'm a professional speech writer, an editor, a legacy ghostwriter. And this is my expression of inspirational thinking and speaking. And it's my imagination and all the creation that's going on in there spilling out onto paper and into people's lives. This is my passion. This is what I just love to do, and that ignites my fire, the fire in my soul every single day. And that flame has been growing, but more recently, I've had some health issues and it's kind of flickered dimly a little bit, and more so focused on my work environment. So I'd already reached a conclusion that unless something changed, nothing was going to move for me. I had to make the decision and not leave it floating out there. Okay, yes, I've decided. I had to make the decision and then literally take the action and move upon that action, put it into motion before anything would change. And today I did that. I did that. I gained more of my freedom. I am so empowered because I resigned from my job.
Wow. October the 18th. This is your last day. How long were you on this job?
12 years.
12 years you were on this job. And today was your last day.
Today was my last day. Why? Because I value me. I said yes to me. My health and my welfare come first. And now that I've put my health and welfare first, it's like a weight, like a mountain has just left my shoulders. And so now my passion for writing, I've already attained a couple of clients in the legacy ghostwriting. I'm just beginning to get into them. The mindset is getting back into their stories and everything. So I'm revisiting and getting going. I was also on a beautiful marketplace event with you and Laurel Langmeyer a little while ago. And as a result of that, I offered a little promotional nugget, if you like, to anybody that wanted to take advantage of it.
Yes.
I offered them a 20-minute interview for $40 US, and that would give them a one-page document either on something for their website, something they wanted editing, a story they wanted.
That's great.
Written, right? And I attained 7 clients, and
7 people said yes to that offer. 7
people said yes. And the first one, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I'm just being totally transparent.
Yeah.
Once I've done the interview and I'm writing verbatim with my hand, I'm writing verbatim everything they're saying to me. Once I've got offline and I start going over it, then the inspiration comes in here, and my own vantage, written vantage, flows into that. So
Right.
the first feedback came in today. When did I receive it? About an hour after I quit my.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I'm not joking. I'm not joking.
Tell everyone what did they say? What did they say about your
So this young lady, she's a visual artist and she set up her own business. She's traveled all over the world and embodies the heartbeat of every country that she goes into. Now, this is part of what I wrote for her. She was astounded. So she embodies the heartbeat of every country she goes into, and then as I'm inspired to write, she's inspired to create with her hands, so on canvas or in drawings. Something else I do myself, actually, which is why I couldn't reciprocate, type of thing. But anyway, so I get this email and she said, "Thank you so much, Mandy," and she just put, "I love it," big exclamation marks, and without even a prompt, she said, "I'm launching the website in 2 to 3 weeks, and I will send you a 1-minute video testimonial." So a 20-minute interview. It took me about another half hour after that to write it up and send it to her. So not more than an hour. And she got a snippet of how Mandy Robinson writes. She loved it. And boom.
And now you've got a testimony to get more people because you just resigned after 12 years. You said, "I'm out of here." And now you have clients already coming in.
Yes.
This is Flashpoint. This
is Flashpoint. Where's the cowbell?
Flashpoint, October 18th, 2020. Robinson said, "I'm done with my 12-year job." And now she's gone full-time into becoming, well, she has been, now she's full-time legacy ghostwriter, poet, can extract your story. She just took on 7 clients where she interviewed them for how long? 20 minutes?
20 minutes each.
20-minute interview. She extracts the essence of whatever you're trying to do, puts it into a story, and incredible now. And this woman said she loves it. This is what it's about. Like I said in the private community, according to Dr. Joe Dispenza, only 2% write down on paper their highest aspirations. And I would take in the digital there too, where they're even typing them out.
Yes.
2%. But when you write it down, there's an 80% chance that it's going to happen. Hear that. Oh my gosh. Mandy, did you write this stuff down, that what you wanted to achieve?
Everything is written down that I want to achieve.
Everything is written down.
Everything is written down.
But when you write it down, there's an 80% chance that it's going to happen. But only 2% of the people write it down. Can you believe it?
Whatever's in here, even if it doesn't make sense, and I've got journals going back years of just stuff that's come out, I've written down, and here I am. We've had a classic example, right, of 2 things on my fridge that have come to fruition. And when I was in the women's shelter 16 years ago, I sent it to you. I showed it to you. It sits on my fridge. It was what is it, like a visual of, I entitled it Mandy. I put Mandy across the top of the page. And I put things like, "Mandy, you are worthy. You have divine universal energy in you that you can tap into at any time. You are strong, you are courageous." And I built this visual of what it means to be empowered. Mandy Robinson being empowered.
Right.
And I have lived, looked, read, eaten, and breathed and slept that for 16 years.
Yeah, I'm going to jump in. So you did that, and today, all that work and seeing it, you walked away from your 12-year position, and now you're stepping into your business full time.
Yes, I am.
And Tasha says, "Amen," for a sense of release.
Yes.
new opportunities, Mandy.
You, Tasha.
This is what it's about. And you know, I could get fired up about this, you know, because it's exciting. It's right in front of us.
I still am. If you just said to me, well, we've had this conversation before. If you just said to me a year ago, you know, 12 months from now, you're going to have written six best-selling books, co-authored six best-selling books. You're going to have 2 more on the go. You're going to have your own book written. You're going to be a professional speech writer. You know, you've got chief of polices, you've got teachers, you've got all kinds of people asking you to write their graduation speeches, their MC speeches, and so much more beyond what I'm just saying now. A year ago, I would have said, you are crazy. You are crazy. There's no way.
That part's still true.
I must be crazy then to have joined you.
This is your journey. This is your journey.
It is my journey.
I'm just honored that you know, I or whatever we're doing here is a catalyst.
It is a catalyst.
It's a flashpoint.
And I just want to go back to that, because whoever is on here live right now, I want them to really, really hone in on the impact of aligning yourself with your highest self. So, for example, going back to Austin J. Haynes in the Grand Canyon a year ago, slightly over a year ago now.
Yeah.
I'm a nature lover. I used to be a wedding photographer, and I still do the odd weddings, but I love nature because it's my go-to place, whether it's water, mountains, forests, you know, fields of cows and sheep jumping around, whatever it is, the sky. I've always got my head in the clouds, or I'm looking at the ground and I find things that other people don't see, because nature is the prime example that embodies love and gratitude and teaches us 24/7 to let go and let God. In other words, release anything and everything, anyone and everyone that robs you of any joy, and find the peace and the comfort and the love in nature, our natural world. It's our greatest teacher. So being in that natural world is where I love to be, and take photographs, and it infuses and fills me up with passion and love and joy. And I forgot what I was saying this all for. My thought just...
You're talking about aligning yourself.
Aligning yourself. Okay. So
yes.
Here I am. When I'm aligned, when I'm in nature, I'm even more aligned in my highest self. So throughout these whole 20 years plus, I have found the reprieve. I have found the calling. I have found my passion and my inner being. So when I met you in the Grand Canyon, and I only just found this last week, I think it was, I stumbled upon it and I couldn't believe the timing was so right. I've been trying to, you know, I can't, anyway. So I found you again in that little video, and it was literally, I met you literally in the Grand Canyon for the first time. And what I saw was you sitting in your car talking about your journey and going to the Grand Canyon. And when I saw you when you said Grand Canyon, immediately the bell went off in my head. Yeah. Because that was the light bulb for me, because the Grand Canyon for me is a place I have yet to go to, but in spite to heights you could only imagine, you can, because you were there.
I was there. I'm going to jump in for a minute. I just want to tell everybody, hello, Daphne. If you're just joining.
Hi, Daphne.
Mandy just resigned from her 12-year position today, October 18th, and we wanted to highlight this through a video. And now she's moving full-time into her life's work, her passion, which I'll let you talk a little bit more about. But I just wanted to say hello and let everybody know what's happening here. We're excited, and I'm excited to be a part of your journey, Mandy. This is incredible.
It's phenomenal. So back to the Grand Canyon. So I'm here. So I thought, okay. And I commented that part. I don't remember what I said. I couldn't find that, but I do remember I commented that the Grand Canyon is so powerful, such a sacred, divine place to be, where the gods have literally carved the canyons from the earth itself. And it creates reverence and humility in me. And I just have to be there one day to experience the spirit.
You do. You absolutely do.
I remember sending you a little poem. That was my answer to you at the time, was a little poem, because of what I saw and what it evoked in me. And you commented back that something about the words were perfect and whatever. And so then you sent me this message, and you said something like, thank you for joining me, and I hope you will continue to follow me. Well, you got me hooked at the Grand Canyon. I thought, man, if he's going to the Grand Canyon, where else is he going to be inspired by? And yes, I jumped in. That was the catalyst, but that was the alignment. That was you in the right place at the right time. I don't know how we connected. To this day, I will never understand how we even connected. I didn't know you. You didn't know me. We had no mutual friends in social media. It had to be divine intervention.
Yeah.
It was. That's what I believe. And from that day to this, I've just jumped into everything, because it speaks to my spirit. It speaks to my soul and passion. And it has brought me into doing what makes me feel alive and fulfilled, which is everything I've just mentioned, that puts a smile on people's faces, raises energy level, and helps them to see that they too have it within them. They just have to ignite it. And how do they ignite it? They get involved with somebody like you in your programs, jumping into the 9 questions to remove limiting beliefs, and then seeing what this organization is about, how we can, your story leads to transformation. It becomes a flashpoint. And then you have the ACT program, where people can be held accountable through coaching, and a community that will hold them accountable, that will lead to their own transformation. And I cannot recommend any more highly than I do every time we're on these interviews, that anyone listening, it behooves you to act upon this.
Yeah. You know, like you said, nothing changes until something moves.
That was Einstein, not me.
Yeah. No, that was, you said, you quoted Einstein.
Yeah.
And what I've done is say, hey, this is my journey. I struggled with limiting beliefs that caused me to take the long road. So the 9 questions to identify and remove limiting beliefs is autobiographical, but it's a gift that anyone can grab at any stage. Get the 9 questions. It's complimentary. You go into the private community, and Mandy's going to be in there now. She's going to be more active now. She's got more time on her hands to do this work. So she's our spokesperson. She'll be more active in our private community as we grow it. And the videos that I normally do, like I do a lot, I'm going to still be doing a lot. I'll be doing some on this platform, but we'll be doing more in the private community, more relevant, curated, transformational content in the private community, where there's really, and you could talk about the interaction, Mandy, because you've been involved with our community for quite some time. And as you've developed your own, you've been in there and you have taken advantage of the community, the relationship.
Absolutely.
Hey, Ruben.
It's not just another organization to get involved with and be left on the sidelines. This is totally being immersed in the premise of Flashpoint and everybody that embodies it. So within this community, I've made new lifelong friends. This is incredible. People from all over the world. Family.
Yeah.
You didn't let me get there.
Oh, that's it. I'm out.
No, come back. I have made lifelong friends that I now consider family. And I mean, family does not have to be blood. And again, getting back to my story, when I left my ex-partner 16 years ago and ended up in a women's shelter, I lost my whole extended family in Britain and here in Canada. I lost them all. We won't get into that. Everything happens for a reason.
Another day, another time, another day.
Another time. And then one of them came back into my life, and she has become an incredible angel, an incredible angel. That's my daughter Sabrina and my now grandson David. And
beautiful.
So I now have 2 family members, and it's incredible. But this family, like I said, doesn't have to be blood. We have got a common thought, a common spirit, and that is about helping people to transform, to change their lives, to bring out the best in them, to bring out their own skills and talents and gifts, and give them, share them with the world. And in this community, this is what we do. And because we're all like-minded and like-spirited, and we want the best for everybody, and because we're transparent and there are no holes barred, and because of your direction, and we're allowed to speak from the heart, the openness is there to bring it all to the light. And this is what I was saying earlier.
It's power.
Take the analogy of the darkness. When you are in the darkness, and I know this not just from all my years of experience, but more recently with my eye surgery. For 4 days after I had the eye surgery, I was immersed in pitch black. I couldn't see a thing.
See, look at that. That's
and every now and again, I would just get these little glimpses of light coming in, and these were all the side effects of the eye surgery. So I expected it, but I didn't appreciate it until I was in it. So I'm in pitch black, and then the light just starts to come a little bit at a time, and then things became a little blurry, and eventually I began to see again after 4 days. So what I'm trying to say is here, the darkness remains darkness as long as we stay there. But when the light starts to come in, as it started to come back to my eyesight, what happened to the darkness? Whoosh, gone.
Yeah.
Only light can dispel the darkness. But the darkness doesn't change until something moves, until the light comes in. Where is the light? The light is in this community amongst people who've become my family, my soul sisters, my soul brothers, my friends, my community, that I will give my last breath to. I will give my last breath.
That's powerful, Mandy.
But it's the truth.
Oh my gosh.
I cannot speak anything but the truth. That is how much I love the people in this community, you included, and everybody that reciprocates back to me. It's beyond imaginable. I'm just blessed. I'm grateful. And I cannot, as I say, stress enough that the sincerity, the genuineness, and I've given you a testimonial. You know the testimonial I'm speaking about. I've gone through many programs. I've been with Bob Proctor. I've been with Tony Robbins. I've been with Chris Cardone. I've been with Brendan Burchard. I've been with Gary Cox. I've taken many courses over the last 20 years. And I will say this, and I've been to a lot of conventions. And there are always what I call the bodyguards. You don't get close to the star, shall we say, unless the star comes out into the audience.
Yeah.
You are not like that. You are approachable. You are kind-hearted. Yeah. You are open, but you are also truthful. And I am a person based on truth. I taught my children that there is no such thing as a white lie. A lie is a lie. You must always speak the truth, even
Amen to that.
work out for you. And that's what you do. And that's another reason why I resonate with you and the people in this community. No holes barred. This is plain transparency, nothing to lose and everything to gain. And I would not say this if it were true. I endorse you 150%. And like I said, I will take it to my grave.
There's no greater testimony than that. Not business aside. I mean, that's just.
But it's truth, right?
Yeah. And the thing is, I'm speechless.
Would you like
speechless? Well, what I was going to say is we have this thing where we say, just trust what shows up.
Trust the process.
Trust what shows up.
Say, let go and let God.
Right. If we're fighting what shows up all the time, we're going to always be fighting what shows up.
Yeah.
That's the tough thing. But to accept it, you see, that's what I worked hard, is that because we've had some moments in this community where they've been like, some things have come out, and it can be jarring and shaking. And what do we do? But if we trust, then we know that even that tough moment is going to lead somewhere. So I'm not going to fight it. I'm going to dance with it somehow.
Yeah.
Right?
Dance with the storms. Dance with the storms.
Yeah.
I always use the illustration of a palm tree in a hurricane. You can watch that palm tree, you can be under it and it's beautiful. And then the storm comes and it starts to bend and it goes down and then it springs back up and then it goes down again, fighting the winds and the stormy skies and the seas.
It's so funny.
And then it settles and boom, there's the palm tree. This is what we have to do in a storm. This is what I do in a storm or a challenge, no matter what it is or which direction it comes from. I am the tree that has grown through the crack in the rock, and I've broken the rock open. And so now I stand in a storm, and as the rains beat down upon me and the wind batters me backwards and forwards, the sun comes out. And there I am, bolt upright again.
It's so funny you say that. My mom, I've asked my mom, how are you doing? She says, oh, I'm waving like a palm tree.
No way.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Waving like a palm tree. And here you are using this metaphor of the palm tree in the storm, because even in the storm, the palm tree's waving, and the beautiful weather, and there's a light breeze, the palm tree's waving. So maybe somebody needed to hear that tonight, that they can be waving like a palm tree, even in the storms.
That's right. That's right.
Mandy, final words. We're going to close out.
Final words. So I just want to thank everybody that's been on here tonight and say what a pleasure, a real pleasure it's been to speak to you from my heart and to support Austin and Flashpoint and anybody that's listening to this. If you had any thoughts, doubts, questions, what should I do next? What minor step, what mini little step can I take to move my life forward? You found your answer here tonight. Take the step. Step into the Freedom Group, Austin's private group. Take the 9 questions to remove limiting beliefs. Be in a community that's going to hold you accountable and get you to your highest aspirations, and you will not regret 1 second of being in this community. Please just test it out. Like the scriptures say, test God out and see that I will not provide you with a bounty beyond your expectations.
Beautiful. I have a question for you that you're not prepared for.
Oh no, you've always got these.
But this is a day that is a memorable day.
Yes.
Okay. This is a memorable day for you.
It
you
is.
just walked away from your 12-year job. 12
I'm
years.
so excited.
You gave your resignation today, and now you're doing your passion full time.
Yes.
And like I said, I'm humbled to be a part of your journey.
Thank you.
5 years from now, 5 years from now, you look back on this video. It comes up in your memories. What do you What are you thinking? What are you feeling? What are you doing?
You're gonna
What are
have
you
me in
gonna say?
you're gonna have me in tears. I've already done this. 5 years from now, I'm looking at this video and I'm looking up and I'm saying, thank you. My gratitude, my devotion, my love, everything I am today is because you've afforded the opportunity for me to be who I am and where I am. My energy comes from source, God energy, source of all creation. And 5 years, 10 years, 20 years from now, I don't care what date it'll be, if this video comes up, as with all my written journals and the things that I have saved, the aha moments, the light bulb moments, I've got them all documented. And whatever it is that comes before me in any given moment, I know with goosebumps right now,
Me too.
I am completely aligned with my highest aspirations, and I am grateful, and I will forever take all this gratitude to my grave after I've given it out to others.
So I want to share one thing, and then I'm going to send you off here tonight in a positive way. Thanks, Michelle. Appreciate you being a part of this community and pouring out and going through your own journey.
Love you, Michelle.
Michelle, keep it up. You're doing a great job, even though you don't think you are.
She is doing an incredible job, and she's beginning to know it.
Yes. And Mandy, you're free.
I'm free. I'm absolutely free. I'm present. And this girl is moving forward. Amen.
Woo! So this has been a special presentation of Flashpoint. It was spontaneous.
It was.
But I found out the news today that Mandy was resigning from her 12-year job. And I wanted to highlight this because what we put out on social media stays there. So this will be a memory for you, Mandy.
Thank
you.
This
will be a beautiful, beautiful memory. And 5 years from now, when you look back on this and the people that you're going to touch in the next 5 years is going to, your territory is about to be increased.
I believe that. Amen to that. Amen.
So I just want to say, if you want to make sure you connect with Mandy, she's a legacy ghostwriter, but she doesn't just work on the full book. She'll actually work with you to create a written piece, a blog post, a press release of your story that extracts the essence of you. You could even be a realtor, because this could go to all different businesses,
That's
right?
Absolutely.
Whatever business you're in, if you're interacting with people and you have a personality that you want people to do business with you, Mandy can extract that blog post and get it in print so you can share it in the digital world so that it moves people, it touches people. You heard the way she speaks. Well, I would say that's equal, if not better, when she puts it into written word and print or whatever, digital or print. So make sure you connect with Mandy. And Mandy, how should they connect with you now? Do you have that set up yet? Because I know you're.
We're just in the middle of setting it up. I've got to get back to Daphne on that. But right now, they can reach me through email, which is, I'll spell it phonetically: F for frog, R for Robert, E for Edward, E for egg, D for dog, M for mother, 49@gmail.com. That's freedom49@gmail.com. And they can reach me anytime through email there.
It's FREEDM49, right?
Yeah. And I always like to say this in case, because people often just automatically put an O in there, and there is no O. It stands for freed. I gained my freedom. Freed Mandy at 49. That's when I left my 30-year abusive marriage.
But now this is a
new freedom. This is a new empowering freedom.
So Michelle, love you more. You're running forward. Anilda's on. Hello, Anilda.
Oh, Anilda.
Unstoppable.
Blessings. Unstoppable. Yes.
And a new word. Anilda just made up a new word. Inscacables.
Oh my gosh. I've got to see that.
Unstoppable, unshakable.
I love you, sister.
It's happening, everyone. If you want to move forward, we have an empowering community that is waiting for you. Say the Albert Einstein quote one more time, Mandy, because this is important.
Nothing changes until something moves. Change the way you look at things. Move forward in this community.
Right. So you take a step, something's going to change. If you don't, it won't. We are a great option for you. It's complimentary. You can get into our community. You're going to hear more stuff from Mandy. We're building it out, and we're doing a lot more exciting things. We're launching a program on accountability where you can take advantage of that and you can continue your journey. So you can be free, more present, and move forward than before.
Absolutely.
Mandy, thanks. Thank you so much for this opportunity to share with the world what happened today. And
thank you for giving me the opportunity. Love, blessings, and hugs to everybody out there. And for you. Thank you for doing this.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.